everybody! Well, it's a beautiful day in my kitchen today in Barrie, Ontario, so I thought I'd whip up something special. Today I'd like to share with you a recipe for coconut cream pie mousse. So the first thing I'd like to do is get our whipped cream going. In my stand mixer, I'm going to be adding 1 cup of 35% whipping cream, and I'll let that come to soft peaks, and then I'll be adding other delightful ingredients. You don't want to start off too high because you don't want to end up wearing your cream. So our whipped cream is now forming soft peaks, and I'd like to add 2 tablespoons of powdered sugar, and 2 ounces of coconut flavored rum. Now if you're making this for children, you could just use about half a teaspoon, maybe to a teaspoon of coconut extract. And I'm just going to whip this up until it comes to stiff peaks. Our whipped cream is now to stiff peaks. So I'll just scrape the sides down to make sure that everything's incorporated and put this in the refrigerator while we prepare the rest of our mousse. Now it's time to assemble our crumbly crust bottom that we're going to put in the bottom of our serving dishes. In this bowl I have 4 honey graham crackers that I've finely crushed in a Ziploc bag with my rolling pin. To that I want to add about half a cup of toasted coconut. I just toasted this in a low oven. I'd say about 300 degrees for maybe 5 minutes, stirring and checking every minute or so. And 1 tablespoon of brown sugar. This will just add an extra nice, deep, rich sweetness to our crumb mixture. And 1 tablespoon of melted butter. I'm just going to mix this all up. Mousse has to be one of my favorite desserts. I remember when I was working with my husband in the restaurant, he often had to make mousse for certain parties that they were catering, and I'd always sneak into the back and steal 1 or 2 of the little mousse cups. Shh, don't tell him it was me. This is going to be a cold crust topping. We don't have to bake it or anything. We're just going to crumble it into the bottom of our serving dishes. Next, I'm just going to take 1 cup of coconut milk and put that over low heat on my stove in a pot, just to warm it through enough to help us melt our wonderful white chocolate chips. So while that's heating through, I want to cream 4 ounces of Philadelphia cream cheese until nice and fluffy. While we're waiting for our coconut milk to heat a bit, I just want to make cute little designs with some white chocolate that I've melted and put in a zip-top bag. I'll just put them, make the designs on a piece of parchment paper and throw this in the freezer so they can set up real quick, and they'll be wonderful garnishes for our coconut cream pie mousse. So just do any designs you'd like. I'm going to go a little crazy and do some curlicues. Maybe sort of. Our coconut milk is heated through. I just saw a few bubbles around the edges, so I know that it's ready. I'm just going to pour this over 3/4 of a cup of white chocolate, and this will help melt the chocolate. So we could add it to our whipped cream cheese. It smells so good. Coconut is one of my favorite flavors. I love coconut cream pie. That's one of the desserts I go for if I see it on a menu. I love coconut and chocolate, and I really love white chocolate. So I figured this would be a really good pairing. So I put our coconut milk white chocolate mixture into the freezer to chill for a bit before I add it to our whipped Philadelphia cream cheese. Just going to add it bit by bit and incorporate it in there. So I've added half of our coconut milk white chocolate mixture to our whipped cream cheese, and I've realized that I don't want this mixture any thinner. So in my recipe I will put the exact measurements that I am using today. So now that, since that's all incorporated, I want to take our nice chilled whipped cream from earlier and slowly fold that into our cream cheese mixture. I'm going to start with half, and I just want to be very, very gentle. I don't want the whipped cream to lose any of its airiness. To fold, you just bring your spatula under and flip over. Under and flip over. So we've folded our whipped cream into our cream cheese mixture, and now is the time to plate this up. Let me show you how we're going to do this. I have these cute little martini glasses today. I'm just going to sprinkle some of our graham crust that has the graham crackers, the toasted coconut, the brown sugar, and a touch of butter. Just going to put a generous pinch in there in both glasses. And then I'm just going to press it down slightly. I'm going to be taking some of our white chocolate coconut mousse. I'm going to put some of that on top. Next, I saved some of the toasted coconut. I'm just going to sprinkle some of that on top. Like a coconut cream pie. And then our cute little white chocolate embellishment. Coconut cream pie mousse. I hope you enjoy it. Thanks for watching. Isn't this really good? The cream cheese works great. It's not too tangy. It's just sweet enough to